Thank you very much. And I have the pleasure to opening this session here. And I need this click, of course. So we talk today about sparkling wines. And let me see, we are here now. So we talk today about sparkling wines. And always when I start a talk, I start with a few numbers, because if you talk about a category, it always helps to see which size we are talking about. So I brought you sparkling wine, which is in a world where the wine industry is suffering from a lot of crisis, from consumption going down, is a real success story. That's why I choose to talk about that today. So you see that the global consumption hits more than 3 billion bottles in 2024, and you have a $50 billion market volume in 2024. And the expectation is that is still growing moderately through the next years to come. What are the categories we talk about if we talk about sparkling wine? I brought you an overview. The largest, of course, the largest single category is Prosecco. Then champagne, which is the only category which is going down a little bit. You have Cava. Cava is more on a very steady trend, not because of the consumption, but because of the production problems they have with the dryness in the region. So it's a little bit difficult as well. We have Cremant, which is a real success story. And the one which is the most success story of them all is non-alcoholic. That's why I included that. We will talk in the following 5-6 minutes about the categories Prosecco, Champagne, Cremant, and non-alcoholic. Cava I leave out because of the production problems. So 7% year-to-year growth last year with more than 600 million bottles sold. So, and you kind of wonder, why is it that? What is the reason for this success? And I think one of the main reasons is the easiness. It's really Prosecco is something that is easy to understand. It's easy to drink. It's easy to remember. You don't have a problem with the word, with the pronunciation. And of course, it's easy to afford. It's not that expensive. So people really love this category as a lifestyle kind. And they are quite good in marketing. So what they, for example, do is they do a lot of partnering. Some of you may know the campaign last year with Airbnb, where they are marketing the wine tourism region Prosecco by doing something where they said, "Oh, come, we have with Airbnb, we have special places where you find all the nice Prosecco places to visit." Or if you look at celebrities, Kylie Minogue, you probably know it. She has launched a Prosecco, which is really a good thing for the category because it gives them a little bit more of style and it brings new customers to the category. But the most important thing really is the Aperol Spritz trend. So if you look at Aperitivo, it's something growing anyhow. So the category of aperitif has a growth of 7.5%, has had that growth last year. And the spritz is part of that, but it's also more. It's something which really people like to drink because it's nice. It's a nice color. It's really a kind of lifestyle that people seems to dive into. And this is something which is also for the bar a quite interesting product. Next thing, we go to the one product which is not so easy right now. It's champagne. Champagne, of course, is on almost all restaurant cards and bar cards, but it has a few challenges to solve. So the first is we have a decline of 9% and 8% the last 2 years, which is a problem. Champagne was really good during the COVID times, but now in the economic crisis, people are trying, obviously, to reduce their costs, and champagne is one of the victims of that. So, but the champagne producers and the distributors, they are trying to solve the problem. So what are they doing? They try to find a new message. So far, champagne was quite often, if there's a big occasion, there's something you have to celebrate. But in these times, obviously, you don't have to celebrate and it's something every day. So what champagne is doing now is they try to get a little bit more down to earth, and they try to be an everyday drink. For example, Krug did something with the Burning Man festival, or you have in Germany, you have champagne characters. They do speed dating or speed tasting with champagne. Or you have what campaign I saw recently, it was Shampoos und Fritten, champagne and French fries. So something completely different just to make the category a bit easier to get to the consumer. And there are a lot of chances there. One is private labels. Peter will talk about that later. Another chance is grower champagne. So normally you find the brands on the menus, and of course this is good because the consumer know what he or she gets. But there are also other opportunities. You can, if you find a good grower who gives you a product which is much less expensive and which makes you tell a message, a story, then you can give your customer something else. For example, this working with a smaller producer, having the story of the smaller producer, this of course needs a bit of education. So that's where you have to then invest a little bit of effort into. When we are in France, the next thing obviously is Cremant. Cremant is a category in the middle between Prosecco and Champagne. It's mostly coming from France, from Alsace, Loire, and recently Bordeaux. Bordeaux is really working on it to kind of use it as an opportunity in the crisis with the red wine. So Bordeaux is really, really doing a lot to promote their Cremant. And it has an incredible growth, 5% the last year, and the perspectives are really good. And now you wonder why. And this is something I thought quite interesting. It's of course the easiness you have with Prosecco. It's of course the aperitif thing you have with Prosecco. But there's one thing more. You have this product in the middle. So it's what is called the lipstick effect. What has lipstick to do with wine? Interesting question. It's something we find out during the crisis in 2008. And yeah, we are in times of crises the last decades, when the cosmetic industry found out that people in this difficult time stop to buy the very expensive luxury cosmetic products. But they want to treat themselves. And then they found out, and it was Leonard Lauder from Estée Lauder who founded, that to treat themselves, they go to a smaller product. They go to lipstick because it's not so expensive, but it still has this luxurious feeling that you get when you buy it. And in the wine world or the sparkling wine world, Cremant is that. It's not as expensive as champagne, but it gives you the luxury feeling. And that's why it has so many chances to get onto menus for bars, to get promoted to people who want to feel want to treat themselves nicely. And with that, I come to the last category, which is a really, really, really the success story overall. It's no-low sparkling. So especially the sparkling without alcohol. It has a growth from 10% for the next 8 years. And we talk about $1 billion market. The exact size is not known because nobody has exact numbers. So, but it's really in the trend. We are living in times of moderation. People don't want to drink that much. We have these zebra drinkings, sometimes alcohol, sometimes no alcohol. We have all this. We are right now in the middle of sober October, a new phenomenon. We had the dry January. We have all these campaigns of the anti-alcohol lobby who said, oh, cancer, 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 don't drink. It's so bad for your health. Although the studies are not that clear as they want to make us believe. So there is a trend of drinking less. That is why the no-low category is the category with the biggest growth to expect for the next years. So it's really worth to look into it. And if you talk about how to market it, of course, it's not very easy. So you have to kind of think about what is the message you can give to the customer, because it's a complicated product. You don't know what it is. It's more expensive than the product with alcohol. So what can you do? So one thing is, I think it's a gateway product. So you can market it as a product where the customer starts thinking about wine and sparkling as a category. So you get new consumers who maybe don't drink wine, but who who kind of think, oh yes, that could be something, and they start with a non-alcoholic thing. But if you see it as an entry point for the new consumer, there's one thing, it comes from dating. So if you date, you can't have a first impression twice. So you have to have a good product. And that brings me to quality. So don't go the cheap shortcuts. Focus on high quality products. We will hear of one later from Muri, which is really a great product. So, and if you do that, you have upselling opportunities, and you have really, really, really a good opportunities with mocktails. I've brought you a few numbers here. 37% it's from the US, 37% of Gen Z thinks mocktails without alcohol is a good thing to do. So there is a marketing opportunity. Here are our contact details. So thank you very much for that.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to keep up with the latest beverage alcohol industry insights from Park Street University.